So, good afternoon to all of you. So, in previous lecture, we have discussed about molecular dogma or central dogma of molecular biology. So, in which we have discussed that there are three fundamental processes while describing a molecular biology. So, first is DNA replication, then transcription, translation, and the overall applications of this central dogma is explained in recombinant DNA technology, which is the application part of this molecular biology. Now, in this video or in this lecture, we are going to discuss DNA replication, which is a very first and very important step while understanding the molecular biology and its central dogma. Now, this is what we have discussed, and now in this lecture we will focus on DNA replication. So, as the name indicates, replication. So, formation or a synthesis of exact copy of DNA is generally defined as a DNA replication. Now, DNA will look or will come to know what is exact nature of DNA, which is used to analyze which is used to understand the DNA replication. Now, basically this is what DNA double helical structure. So, for understanding, we are saying that this is a 5' end and this is a 3' end of DNA structure, and opposite strand, which is anti-parallel to previous strand, is 3' to 5'. So, naturally, DNA double helix is a wounded structure, wrapped structure, helical structure with each other. So, this big conformational naturally occurring DNA we are considering in a linear form, that is 5' to 3', 3' to 5' direction. Now, as there are A binds with T and G binds with C, this is a complementary base pairing in a double helical structure. So, for understanding, we are saying that this is a complementary hydrogen bonding between double stranded DNA helix. Now, this DNA we are taking under consideration for DNA replication. Now, if this is a wrapped DNA or double helical DNA, which is first separated into a single strands by a very fundamental enzyme, that is helicase, or in E. coli we are saying it as a gyrase. So, this enzyme, which is making cut in a double stranded DNA and making a DNA strand into single strand. So, as we know that 5' to 3' and 3' to 5' polarity of DNA double helix. Now, this is what double stranded DNA and partially single stranded DNA, which is due to helicase activity or unwinding activity of an helicase enzyme. Now, this is the first fundamental enzyme involved in DNA replication. Now, here is again we can say it is a complementary hydrogen bonds which is making these complementary strand together. Now, here is a 5 prime end and here is 3 prime end and 5 prime end which are open to bind and complementary enzyme. Now, the next very important or fundamental enzyme in DNA replication is DNA polymerase. Now, this enzyme is basically having a DNA synthesis activity in 5 prime to 3 prime direction. Now, while considering the 5 prime to 3 prime direction synthesis, we have to consider its template in 3 prime to 5 prime direction. So, here is a very important and crucial information about this fundamental enzyme is that it is having 5 prime to 3 prime synthesis activity and it is using a template strand in a 3 prime to 5 prime direction. So, it means that whatever may be the DNA polymerase enzyme present in all organisms or on Earth planet living system, it is only found that they are having 5 prime to 3 prime synthesis activity. Now, this activity, how it is or what is the mechanism that is giving a replication of one strand to another strand. Now, this DNA polymerase first binds to 3 prime end of an unwinded DNA or single stranded DNA, and as you know that it is using 3 prime to 5 prime template. It means that it is a 3 prime to 5 prime template and it is having synthesis activity 5 prime to 3 prime direction. So, if we consider this is a 3 prime to 5 prime as a template, we can say that it is having 5 prime to 3 prime synthesis activity. So, on a 5 prime to 3 prime strand, the same mechanism is applied for DNA replication, that in DNA polymerase, this is a DNA polymerase enzyme. Using 5 prime to 3 prime synthesis activity and adding a complementary nucleotides with respect to template strand. Now, this is a template strand, or we can say it is a parent strand, and this is a newly synthesized strand. This is so. From this, we can say that, or this DNA replication is also known as it is a semi-conservative in nature. Why? Because DNA replication is semi conservative. Why it is semi conservative? Because during replication of DNA, one strand is a parental strand and another strand is a newly strand. So half of the DNA, newly synthesized DNA, is having semi part of parental strand and half part of a newly synthesized strand. So that's why it is known as semi conservative nature. So both the newly synthesized strands or during DNA replication, the exact information present in parent DNA is copied in a newly synthesized DNA, because as we know that there is a synthesis of DNA on the basis of complementary strands. So whatever the nucleotides are present in parent DNA, according to or the complementary nucleotides were added in a synthesized DNA, and on another strand again in 3' to 5' strand the same complementary nucleotide synthesis is occurred. Now this is a straight way, we can say it is a straight way synthesis of DNA synthesis. That's why this strand is synthesizing in a rapid or in a low with a low time period. That's why it is also known as leading strand. So next strand, so this is a newly synthesized strand, we are saying. Now what happens to the another strand that is in a 3' to 5' direction? Because we are very well known that our DNA polymerase is having only 5' to 3' synthesis activity on the template 3' to 5'. Now what happens in opposite strand? There is a very significant enzyme, that is a primase. So primase, the name it suggests or name, a self-explanatory name, is synthesizing primer on a 3' to high' strand. So what it is? So it is synthesizing. So it is synthesizing primer in 5' to 3' direction away from and 5' end. Now after we are saying this is a 3' to 5' direction of template strand, and this is the 3' to 5' direction of this short fragment synthesized by this primase enzyme. Now this primase is allowing DNA polymerase to bind at a 5' end of an fragment. So or 5' end of a primer. So as you know that it is having 5' to 3' synthesis activity. It means that it is a 5' end, and from 5' end it can synthesize a strand in a 3' end direction. So this DNA, this is nothing but DNA polymerase. So it is continuously synthesizing a new strand in a 5' to 3' direction by using 3' to 5' template. So this is again, we are saying, this is again a newly synthesized strand. So one more important question is that here, where is a primase. So after synthesis of a short primer about 20 to 30 nucleotide, this primase is removed from the strand, and after that our regular DNA polymerase combines at a 5' end of a newly synthesized primer and continues synthesis in 5' to 3' direction with the help of 3' to 5' template. Now this is what one patch synthesis. Again, this after successful synthesis up to 3' end, this primase synthesize a new primer ahead or in a single stranded DNA. Again, DNA polymerase binds at a 5' end and continuous synthesis up to a previous patch. So as we know that this fragment is synthesized, again second fragment is synthesized, and these fragments are discovered by Okazaki scientists. That's why it is also known as Okazaki fragments. So we can say that it is a Okazaki fragment. So in DNA replication, first is the helicase, which is unwinding the DNA. Second is the DNA polymerase, which is synthesizing with the help of template strand. And third is the primase enzyme, which is making availability of DNA polymerase on another strand or on a lagging strand in DNA replication. In an DNA replication. So this is a leading strand because it is a fast growing strand, as because DNA polymerase is not having problematic to synthesize in a 5' to 3' direction as it is, but on a lagging strand, or it is lagging because it is synthesizing DNA in with patches or in a fragments. Another one important question is that, important point to be noted here, the first fragment synthesized or first Okazaki fragment synthesized, and it is followed by a secondly synthesized fragment is joined together with the help of an fundamental enzyme, that is a ligase. So it is doing, or it is having function of ligation between two Okazaki fragments. Now a very important and need to be discussed protein is SSB, that is single stranded binding protein. So when our DNA strands were open or unwind, they are binding to the single strand and not allowing a single stranded DNA to become a double strand. So due to this, there is no some constrational or conformational problem in a DNA synthesis for DNA polymerase and other enzymes. So SSB is again a important protein in DNA synthesis. So friends, up to now we have discussed helicase, which is unwinding DNA strand, DNA polymerase, which is synthesizing a new template on leading and lagging strand, and a primase, which is providing a fragment of DNA to be available for a DNA polymerase to be synthesized a strand on a lagging strand, and ligase, which is ligating fragments on a lagging strand, and very significant need to be discussed enzyme, that is single stranded binding protein enzymes allowing unwinding of and DNA. So likewise, helicase is unwinding continuously this strand. DNA polymerase is synthesizing strand on both the strands on 5 prime to 3 prime strand and 3 prime to 5 prime strand. So continuously this replication is going up to when the length, according to the length or size of the genome of a particular organism. So this is what we are saying, or this is what exact mechanism of DNA replication we have discussed. If you have any problems, you can write in a comment or we can discuss in another way. Thank you.